It's Tuesday, so I thought I'd just pop back, have a quick check to see how all this filling is set up. Nice and firm. More than firm actually, it's fucking solid. Yeah, more solid than it was before in fact. So I will come back tomorrow because tonight is football night, England versus someone, and hopefully if the weather's alright, sand it back. If not, it will wait until the weekend. There's a little crack that we missed there, but never mind. And once that is done, I will think about building something nice to replace this awful lump of misshapen ply. So just a quick midweek check-in. Hope you're all having a good week so far. Oh folks, here we are. It's weekend now, and we've returned to, or I've returned to begin sanding back the fairing that we did. So there's still some bits need some more filling. Still bits need some more sanding and cleaning up, but that edge along there ain't so bad. I said quite a lot of filling. This section needs some more filling. Just in there, bit there, bit there. This bit is going to need a lot more sanding back, obviously. This section is being a little bit problematic with the sander. I think it's. I think I need to revisit what grit I'm using. But we're getting there. But it is going to need another run of fairing. There are a few low spots and warpy bits and stuff, but by and large it's okay. So I'm just going to stop and have a bite to eat and then crack on. The muck here, honestly, this boat's filthy. So wifey is here and she's mixing resin up because she's currently glassing in the last bit down here, and it's looking lovely and smelling incredible, like Angel's Windy Pops. So I have, over the course of today, this evening, this afternoon, whatever, sanded everything back. It's fairly flat, but there are some bits that need touching up, such as here, and a screw hole there, and the scratches over there, and the rest of the corner over there. So I'm about to mix some resin up when wifey is finished and do the last bit of fairing. Now I've learned my lesson because I put far too much on last time, which is why it's taken so long to sand out. So this time I'm going to be much more cautious with the amount that I put on, and then that will set up overnight. We'll come back as soon as we can and sand that back, and then if I wander quietly round the filthy dirty boat, and she is filthy dirty today, so we'll need to get the pressure washer out on Sunday, I believe. But down here I have our primer. We're going to have 2 or 3 layers of that, and a lovely tin of Hempel Britannia Blue, which is a lovely dark blue that's going to go on there. 3 or 4 coats of that knocked back in between with 280 grit, so it comes up as flat as we possibly can. There's a bit more, needs some more fairing, you see, but the radius there has come out beautifully. Just needs a little bit of a retouch and a few bits and bobs. The screw holes need a little bit more, so it does sag sometimes when you're going through a complete hole. So I'm going to go down into the cockpit, which is currently our resin mixing station, and make up some more peanut butter and crack on and do this, and then that will be us for the day, I believe. Wifey emerges. Hello. From her freshly glassed saloon. So there's 2 layers outside, 1 layer that side, and it's now late enough in the day where we feel like we want to go home, have some din-dins. So that's going to set up overnight. We'll finish that tomorrow, And I'm going to say what I say every single time we're at the boat. That means that tomorrow we can put some fucking bulkheads in. But swearing's naughty. Don't swear, kids. But believe me, if you own a boat, you always end up swearing. I've refaired the little dinky bits. These bits up here, and a little bit there, and a little bit there, and rebuilt this corner. Got some fiberglass repair tape in there. This stuff, which is actually very useful. And we'll come around here, and there you can see what I've done there. Those little bits. Going to knock back again tomorrow. That's not a high spot. Well, actually, that probably is a high spot. But I'm going to take care of all those spots. Put an undercoat on, knock that back, get any last final spots that need doing. But this will really give us something to look at and say, yeah, we do know what we're doing. We're not complete nincompoop idiots, even though, and I am at least, even if wifey isn't. And wifey's going off to wash up to the loos and showers up there, just past the cars. Towards the other boatyard, and look, what a beautiful evening again. In a lot of ways we've been very lucky with the weather this summer. It really is lovely, and eventually the boat will look lovely as well. So we will be back, and we will do more work very soon. Good evening. Well, it's another astoundingly lovely day today. And we're making good use of the conditions by sitting and relaxing on the boat while we wait for our various bits of work to begin setting up. So I knocked back what I did yesterday, but there was still some low spots and bits and bobs that needed doing, so I've marked those up and put some more resin down over here, a bit more build up on this corner, but that's going very nicely. The shallow bits have set up, deeper bits still a little bit tacky, but it won't take too much longer. And through the miracle of hatches, we can have a look and see we have structured glass down there now. So wifey's done all of her glassing inside, so as soon as that is set up, it is time, as we have said thousands of times since the project began, it will be time to actually measure up bulkheads to put down. There'll be one just where you can see that dark band going across, and another one just on the left hand edge of those two planks that we've been using as a working platform. And over here we have wood for stringers. They'll be going down as well. So lots going on today, lots of good fun. And as I say, it's a beautiful sunny day, and there's been a fair amount of traffic on the river. The tide's up, various jet skis and sailboats and motorboats cruising past. There were some people fishing over the other side by the bridge earlier. I'm getting a wonderful tan on my neck and on my arms, which is nice, considering it's hurtling towards mid-September. And wifey's having a lovely time down there, just relaxing after a hard early afternoon's work. So it's coming on for, it's just gone 4 o'clock. So I think we'll be ready to proceed in about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. So
smelly work, not very hard. Smelly and warm.
Smelly and warm, quite right. Quite right. But are you satisfied with how it's been going today?
Yeah. It's nice to get the glassing done.
Yeah.
So we can get the bulkheads in. Get some floor down.
Yes, it will be lovely to be able to actually stand up properly. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm a bit worried about, well, not worried, but I'm wondering about what we're going to stand on to put the bulkheads in. So suppose. The floor that we've just put in, but it's still a bit nerve-wracking to stand on it.
Well, we're not going to cut all of the bits of wood. There'll be a couple of bits of wood that we can still have going across.
And then once you've got two bulkheads in, you can stand on those to put the third one, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
put something down on them.
we're only putting 2 down at the moment.
Oh, cool.
And then there'll be another one that goes under this bulkhead and another one goes under the midships bulkhead. So we can't do those until we get those bulkheads out. Yeah, it'll be good fun. So yeah, there we are. This is going to be a nightmare to edit, especially now there's a train going past. But this is how I always shoot my video, a lot of waffle. But this time it's both of us doing a bit of waffling, so that's good fun. So I'll do some more when we've made some more progress. Oh, it's late in the evening. It's 20 to 8. 20 to 8 in the middle of September, still at the boatyard. We have the light on. And Wifey has done a formidable job today of finishing the glassing, cleaning up. We haven't cut well, we did try to cut a bulkhead, but we couldn't quite get the profile right, so we're going to leave that till tomorrow. But in here it's strange because it's really nice to have it back to without, you know, mounds of dust in here. Even though it does look a little bit dirty, because it is a bit dirty, but we're going to make all that look beautiful. And up on the top side, very dangerously clambering about in the semi-dark. Done a lot of work on the hardtop today. Most of today I've been working on the hardtop. There are still some bits that need some work. This corner I'm still not quite happy with, even though it's almost there. Just a little bit more filling and shaping and making good, some more sanding there. I've given it a good wash off and it's not too far off, but if we're going to have this fantastically high gloss blue on there, the finish needs to be immaculate all over, otherwise it will stick out like a sore thumb. And Wifey's having a rest now. She's been working very hard, just enjoying the view.
To the point where my hair now goes the other way.
Poor Wifey. But the sun is set on the boatyard for the evening, and the yard lights are on. And we're pretty much done for the day. Absolutely exhausted, both of us. So we're going to go home and have a cup of tea and relax.
I might do a racing pool.
Oh my God, help us. Well, that's fair enough. So, more to come tomorrow. Okay, folks, we've swapped jobs for a bit. Wifey's up top grinding away somewhere. That's probably quite loud. But we have a cut bulkhead ready to be cleaned up and glassed in, and another cut fitted bulkhead ready to be cleaned up and glassed in. So we're going to take a break. It's another incredibly hot day, but this is massive progress. As I'm sure you know, we've been itching to do this for what feels like months. Well, it's only a few weeks really, I suppose. But we'll get those in, and I'll need to make some more cuts for stringers there, and to rebait in the middle for the dagger stringer, and then we'll need to putty that in and glass it in. So happy days. A mess on the floor. Look at this mess. Look at it. We've got tools everywhere. We've got bits of wood. We've got a charbroiled wife, sawdust, power cables, but I will show you for why. And this will be, if I can get this done tonight, this will be the greatest pleasure that we've had on the boat so far. Finally, all sized and cut. Needs a little bit of finessing, a little bit of sanding here and there to get the levels just so. But what I need to do now is to make up some resin and paint the wood on the undersides, and make up a load of peanut butter and resin all this stuff in place. I have actually been working just on the glass, just standing on the glass, kneeling on it, and now it's all set up with all the new stuff that we've put in. It's absolutely wonderful. So this is going to be like a car park, really rock solid, and the spacing is such that the gap between those two is the same as the gap there, and the same as the gap from the end of that bulkhead to underneath the midships bulkhead there. Sorry, I've just had a cup of coffee. So, time to crack on with that. Wifey is up on the hard top today. Let's clamber up. Oh, so there's still a few bits, need a weeny bit more finesse here and there. So we're going to carry on doing this. We really want this to be as perfect can be, so we're going to take our time. But my horns have dropped off. My horn has been removed, and we took that out earlier, that mushroom vent, just to see how it was fixed. We know how they're mounted and attached and stuff, so we'll be able to take those off, clean up around and reseal and all that good stuff. So wifey's just having a break in the shade, ooh-wee, and I'm going to crack on and do this resin work, which is going to be a real joy. Another one of those punishingly hot days. Here we have bulkheads and a centerline stringer. Finally resined in. I'm sure it will need some retouching and finessing and adjusting and all sorts. But by God, we've made it at last. We have an angle at both ends of the centre line, so we can add in new ones. But yeah, we're both absolutely shattered, baked, sweaty. It's been another crackerjack of a day. Boiling hot. There's wifey hiding behind the boat, running around tidying up, and we just got a few little bits and bobs to finish clearing away and have a glug of water, and then we'll be on our way home to freshen up and prepare for a week of normal work, real world work. So lots achieved. This is something that we hoped we'd have done about 6 weeks ago. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, here we are. Wonderful.